Well, another edition.
Let's go.
What do y'all want from me? What does we got next? Hey man, it ain't them. It's
It's
us.
us,
We
baby.
up first, bro.
Y'all
Hey
next.
Smith, what up?
What's up, Smitty? You all right, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. How y'all been?
Man, we
Oh
blessed, man.
man, we
Highly
back.
favored.
We back at it again, man. Another edition of We Got Next Podcast Sports Talk, man. Mike Lewis, Art Don't Start Young.
Let's get it.
The special guest that has been chiming in the past couple weeks, Smitty.
Tell them where you from.
Smitty,
Tell them where you
all the
from.
way from Germany, baby.
I'm in
Germany.
Germany, man.
On some ill stuff, doing some ill stuff.
Hey, Smitty, tell them what time it is your way, bro.
Man, it's 8:30.
It's nighttime. It's getting dark. We
It's
don't
dinner
care.
time.
We
It's
don't
dinner
care,
time with
man.
Smitty at, man.
What up, though? What up, though? A special one working. What up, though? Of course, this is a weekly podcast that we're doing straight out of Detroit, Michigan, day 12, however you want to call it. Um, it's put it like this. It may not be the sexiest time, but it's still time to talk about what's, the things that we need to.
You still got something to say.
The finals just ended last week. I did want to hop onto that because pause. But it's one of those things where, unfortunately, when you see the injury to Tyrese Halliburton that we've seen to a couple big name stars transpire, him tearing his Achilles in Game 7, that hurt because not only do you not know what could have happened, the other team didn't have their best player, one of their best players. So, but I think end of the day, Smith, I'm gonna go ahead and get this to you, man, because I think you were right. As much as I liked Indiana, as much as I gave them credit, as much as I thought they were the better team, I think from game four on, it was just OKC went up a notch, and I was wrong. Go ahead, Smith.
No, I will say it wasn't the outcome that I thought it was going. I mean, OKC won, but I'm saying like not in the fashion that I thought that they would win. But I I'm gonna kind of take it in another angle right now because I don't like the all if Tyrese Halliburton wasn't injured, the Pacers would have won. And I'm gonna go a little differently with what I'm gonna say. The reason why. So lately, it's been a lot of talk about ring culture and stuff, and it's a team game, right?
Right. You know we gotta hold on. That ain't the topic.
No, I'm not getting into that. I'm making the point with this finals talk.
I'm following you. Go ahead, Smitty.
Yeah, it's a team game, right?
Right.
So that means that from all the way up to the owner to the athletic people, the medical team, they all part of the team, right? Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So if you the medical person, right? And you've seen this trend of calf injuries going to Achilles injuries, wouldn't you sit the owner, the coach, and all them guys down like, hey, look, if this guy play, he's possibly going to tear his Achilles. If it was me, I would have said he's going to tear his Achilles, and you're going to be out of $48 million, which is how much he makes next year for a year.
Because he still got to get paid. He still got to get paid.
Yep. So when you make that decision to put him on the court, knowing what can happen, because it already happened twice in the playoffs, and we've seen it in previous years.
Yes, we did.
That's a team decision. So you can't say because he's injured, that's why, because he got injured.
Do you remember when he got Smitty? You remember when he got injured the first time? It looked bad then.
So they could have been game plan without him.
Yep.
Because when you decide to put him in, now the coach got a game plan with him in the game. So once somebody get injured on the fly, generally teams lose when like a star player get injured on the fly. Like I ain't saying all the time, most of the time, because now you got to switch up your game plan on the fly. So
now you got to depend on the others. Got to depend on the others much more than depending on Halliburton. But to me, Halliburton, I'm gonna say this about Halliburton. Halliburton is one of the guys that gets you a game-winning shot. He's clutch at moments. Other than that, he don't show up. I mean, he's inconsistent. His play was inconsistent throughout the playoffs. I'm gonna say the most consistent on Indiana is Siakam.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah, it was a big loss because he was cooking that game. But let's be honest. I think OKC still would have won. I believe that. With him on the court, with him doing what he started to do, and then the injury was just a fluke. It happens within the league, that's part of the game. But I think the OKC would have still won it with him on the floor. I still believe that.
I go back to game 4, man.
Yep.
When you have a 7-8 point lead heading into the fourth quarter to take a commanding 3-1 lead,
they went to bed.
That was your series.
That was the shot.
So you blew it. Halliburton gets hurt game 7. Bye. Good night.
Opposed went over game 6.
And Jalen Williams woke up. Him and Shea averaged 30.
The playoffs
games. What games 4 going 4 and 5?
4, 5,
and 6.
And 6. Yeah.
So that's what kind of production that you need. When you the further along that you get, the further along that you go, you got to up the ante, right? When you playing poker, don't you put more money in the table?
Yeah, when you got to go.
When you know your hand is fire.
Absolutely.
Hey man, if y'all Negroes want to come along, this is how much I'm putting up. Come on.
Or you gonna go all in.
Or go all in, or just try to scare the crap out of somebody to fold.
That's right.
So, end of the day, man, I just think Indiana, they still to me, and I could be wrong, but just to me, they still had the better overall team top to bottom. But what Shea and Jalen Williams, they upped the play. They brought a different level. And I felt like Siakam and Halliburton and even Miles Turner just couldn't get there. He stayed in foul trouble. I always think of him on the bench. Nembhard, you only ask so much out of him. He got to worry about defending Shea. You want him to give you 15 to 20 when he got to guard this guy. That's a lot to ask, man. Naismith was just, if Naismith would have gave you a game or two like he did against the Knicks, who knows?
It would have been different.
That's what I'm saying. But you asking Obi Toppin and Mathurin, that's a lot to ask for some bench guys.
Yes, it is.
So I don't know, man. It's. I still feel like the two best teams got there.
Got there for sure.
But
the better team won.
The better team did win. They had a little bit more.
Yeah, they did.
And I feel like I disrespect them a little bit. I did with the whole, Naismith, Siakam is better than Shea and Holmgren. And no, they not. They're not.
So do you think now you need a superstar to win? Like the superstars always go out trump a team that's like stacked from top to bottom, but as long as you got a superstar,
if you built that way, let's give it a little bit of let's put a little fluff on it. You got to be built that way in order to do it, because there's a lot of superstars out here that's not built like that will be able to win those games necessarily if the other team stars out. You know what I mean? Shea just one of those guys that's built like that. Let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. He's seen blood when Halliburton went down. Game time. But
he was already at an advantage
anyway.
So not only can Halliburton can't guard you, Nembhard was the best, but he's the little guy, really, bro. He was doing his best as he could.
Yes, he did.
And so you had to put Naismith on Jalen Williams. So it was just like,
pick you. Who else we got?
What do I feel like doing tonight? Do I feel like really destroying this man, or do I want? Let me see how they playing. They their best game was game 3.
It's facts.
And unfortunately, man, it just comes down to can you put the ball in the hoop? Who consistently, like, are you a threat? You have to worry about me. You have to constantly worry about what I'm gonna do. Ain't got to worry about my sidekick. See, Siakam, it's only so much you're gonna get out of him, man.
Yep.
If he give you 16, 13, or 19 and 12,
that's it.
Clap.
Yes, sir.
But if you want to give you 25 or 30, that's a stretch. Miles Turner, you want to give you 15 and 10, he just didn't show up at all. To me, this series, outside of him being homegrown from Indiana, I would probably let him go.
They haven't
That's
signed
just
him
me.
yet. They haven't re-signed him
But
yet.
they said he's a top priority, but I wouldn't touch him, bro.
Yeah.
If I was another team, I'm like, I don't know. But I know everybody need a big man. I know stretch forward, that's stretch five, that's cool. But
I think they're gonna run it back though. I think they're
gonna bring him back.
Yeah,
but he just, to me, he wasn't even like halfway cool. Like,
no, he had some stuff going on upstairs. I don't know what it was at times Miles Turner just looked like he wasn't even on the court.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Oh, so saying that, Mike, with Tyrese, you know, he's not gonna play probably for the next year and a half, possibly 2 years.
Facts.
What would you do with the team then? Because you just said you want to bring back Miles Turner. Like, would you keep?
Gotta bring him back now, though.
I mean, obviously, when you lose Halliburton, you can't lose your starting center too. I haven't
But
looked.
You don't even know.
I haven't looked at cap space. But
the thing is, you don't even know what he gonna be back when he get back. Like KD is a 1 in a million. Most guys that get back from those Achilles injuries is not.
It might take an extra season, right? So it might take another year or two.
Look how Clay looked.
That destroyed. Yeah. No, that destroyed his career.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, you let's say you the GM owner. Like, are you taking a chance and saying, hey, basically, I'm gonna say 2 years because you think he out a year. I think KD was out probably a year and a half, maybe 2. I'm gonna say 2 years. You probably not. You're not going back to the finals. Or you're not gonna have this guy. They're paying him $48 million, so they invest a lot of money into him. Like, do you think? Would you put your stock into him still coming back, or would you start making other moves and like major moves? I ain't talking about like small little moves.
No, I wouldn't do it right away, because you still want to see what he looks like when he get back. But see, and that's one of the toss-ups that the Indiana Pacers got to eat now, because they trusted Halliburton making that moves and saying, hey, I can do it. I'm ready to go. So now Indiana got to eat that. So now can Indiana go out here and get somebody that can at least give you some type of momentum that the Pacers need to kind of replace Halliburton? But we ain't saying he has to. He's gonna replace that seat, but at least. Do something like Detroit with Schroeder. He's nowhere near Ivy, but he came in and helped and got and won some games for us and helped us out.
I mean, even with what they have right now, Nembhard is solid, McConnell is solid. If I want to go, Mathurin and Toppin, I mean, they got guys that can hold down that spot. Yeah. I mean, as far as McConnell and Nembhard,
and I heard they looking at Karis LeVert. Indiana.
I mean, he's unrestricted free. He can go anywhere he wants.
Yeah.
So the
problem. Now I was just gonna say I don't think you jumped the shark either, especially right now in the East, because the East, you don't know, it's really wide open right now.
Oh, you said jump the shark. What's that?
That's basically like when you
move too fast.
I think
you move too fast.
I think you mean jump ship, Smith.
Same thing, man. Jump ship.
I'm just messing with you, man. Hey, what's that background, dog? Where you at?
I'm at the crib. You want me to play the piano?
You in a palatial estate? Where is this dude? This dude tripping. That ain't your crib. All right, Smith. You want to play today? It's Saturday. All right, look. So tie this up in a bow, right? To tie this up in a bow on some real stuff. If you tell me before the series started that this went 7, I think most people will laugh, right?
I did laugh.
People had this a sweep or gentleman 5, right? So that the fact that it went 7, I give a lot of credit to Rick Carlisle and that entire unit.
No doubt.
Not going in there and just getting thumped.
Yep.
So
he lost me money. So I got to give him credit.
I can't lie. I mean, I kept picking Indiana money line or spread, and they just couldn't cover.
No, I mean, he lost me money to you.
Oh yes, that is correct.
Rick Carlisle did.
That is correct. So because Smith picked them to win like 4 straight, and I'm like, what?
That's not gonna happen.
I'm like, this is easy.
That's easy money. Next time, call me, Smitty.
Stupid.
I'll tell you not to do it.
So yeah, to end the season, I'm happy we got a full game. We got a full game 7, but that game 7 was not, it didn't live up to what we wanted. It didn't.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, transitioning now into the off season.
Let's go.
We hit the NBA draft, right? Let's go ahead and talk about these Pistons since we are in Detroit. Obviously, we only had one pick this season. It came in the second round. For the first time in a long time, we don't have a first round pick. And I was thinking to myself, like, okay, we got number 37. How many great players came out of the second round that you can think of? And I had to, I did a little research.
Bronny James.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Why did you do that? Oh, Lord. No, being for real. Talking about real players here, Smith. Jalen Brunson was the 33rd pick.
Yep. Jalen Brunson, bro.
Draymond Green, the 35th pick.
Wasn't Ginobili in there somewhere?
Chris Middleton, Manu Ginobili, Goran Dragic. You can find some diamonds in the rough.
Derek White.
You can find some diamonds in the rough. So I'm like, okay, these guys turned out to be very, very, very good players. What did Detroit do? They take Chaz Lanier. There was a few reports that gave this like an A grade, B+ grade, B grade. I think what I'm hearing mostly does knock on his playmaking ability as far as his assist numbers go and defensive wise. But what is y'all overall view of them taking Chaz Lanier in the second round?
Go ahead, Smitty.
Hey, I ain't even go sit up here in front. I don't know nothing about this kid.
Okay.
God,
I'll go ahead and go then. I'm gonna tell you about him. That was a phenomenal pick.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
Here's why it was phenomenal. Because in the playoffs, the Pistons sucked with 3-point percentage. They did. They really did. So that was really what stood out to everybody who was watching that series. The shooting. What's going on with the shooting? So what you do is you get the best shooter in college, Chaz Lanier. That immediately makes that better. So now we put pressure on Beasley. What you gonna do? Because if you leave, we got Lanier. Tim Hardaway leave, we got Lanier. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we do, we still got young dogs who we know.
It's insurance.
Who we know that can shoot for sure. He did it. So that's gonna be a good. I think he got a bad deal because I think he plays defense pretty good. But it's the NBA. It's another level. So I'm sure he's gonna learn that, and I'm sure in time he'll get better assist wise. But what he's actually gifted at is shooting that 3-ball. So we got a diamond in the rough for real. We got a gem. And he's tall. Oh yeah, we got a gem. He's gonna be nice.
You think he'll get a good amount of play time?
I think he's gonna, because he's a 5th-year senior. So I think he's gonna be coming in ready to go immediately. He's gonna play immediately.
He's 23.
Yeah.
His numbers in Tennessee, he had a game where he had 8 3-pointers, man. 30 points. He was 9th in Tennessee history with 684 points in a season. He's 8th in career 3-point shooting at 39.5%.
Why in school for 5 years?
You know how I go. 5th year, he probably trying to get him a degree or something. Who knows? Who knows?
He's just one of those guys where if you talk about just pure shooting, catch and shoot, screens, can create a little bit. This is what you want. I mean, we talking about one of the best shooters in the draft. Whether he came in the second round,
exactly,
just in the draft, man.
I'm gonna tell you who you remind me of. You remember when Detroit drafted Tayshaun Prince? They drafted Tayshaun Prince because in college he was a prolific scorer. He could shoot the three. I remember Tayshaun broke Kentucky's record for 3-pointers in a game. I think he hit like 7 in a row or something like that, something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So Tayshaun came over to the Pistons because of his scoring, not his defense. What did he end up doing? Being one of the best two-way players in the game. So Chaz kind of, to me, is kind of reminding me of when Tayshaun came.
He's not that tall.
I'm just not.
He's
not so much. But I'm saying like the
defender,
intangibles.
I'm just looking at what this roster needs, man. I know we need to stretch 4 or 5. I get all that, but I think when you look at Trajan Langdon press conference, pre-conference of the draft and after, he's letting you know, hey man, look, just in case we don't get Hardaway back, Beasley back, or Schroeder back,
right?
We got backup plans.
Yeah, so we got backup.
We got something else we gonna do.
Yeah,
go ahead, Smith.
My bad. No, you're gonna.
No, I was gonna say I believe this pick solidified. If we happen to lose Beasley, now we got somebody 5 years younger.
But I don't think he's going nowhere.
Shoots the three is just as well.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, whether it's Hardaway or Beasley, either one.
Yeah.
This is the guy. Okay, now we know this is his skill set, and this is what we need.
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep guys on the floor that can shoot. Period. In today's NBA, you got to.
Yep.
When you it's like I'm telling you what we said. What I said the other day. I believe that the Detroit Pistons are the next Oklahoma City Thunder of the Eastern Conference.
Yep. He said that.
I believe that they're on their way to that type of makeup.
Okay.
Shea and Cade, you got a stud.
Oh yeah.
Now you got to find your number 2. Jalen Williams and Ivy.
Mm-hmm.
I hope Ivy can get on that level.
Yeah.
But you got to have a couple guys on the perimeter that can scare you.
Yep.
And I think Langdon is willing to sacrifice throwing a lot of money at 1 or 2 people. And he's gonna try to build to the draft, young guys, homegrown. And if that's the route, I'm good with it. Because
Bickerstaff is one of the best coaches as far as developing
young talent. Yeah. So yeah, this to me is one of those moves where it just makes sense. Everybody's around the same age range, under 25. Let them just get sometimes you don't know no better. You just going out there to hoop. And what we say, Smith, last time, bro, I'm almost 40.
Yeah.
We still try to play. I don't want to run up and down with the young guys.
Yeah.
No, it's just only one guy that want to do that.
Who that?
You know who it is.
Oh, your boy. But no, man, this I also think he's throwing out little hints. You got to kind of read between the lines with Trajan. He's not going to give you everything.
Nope.
He's not going to tell you everything he's thinking.
Absolutely not.
He's not going to lay it out on the line because other teams watching too.
Mm-hmm.
So Durant went to Houston. Desmond Bain went to Orlando.
Yep.
Anthony Simons goes to Boston. Kristaps goes to Atlanta. What's Detroit going to do? It's still, we don't know. And he might say we're not gonna be super aggressive, but then something gonna come out of nowhere.
And it's still a lot of the top free agents still haven't been signed,
unrestricted or restricted. Yep. So it could be something landing in the weeds right now. It might hit Tuesday, Wednesday. Who knows?
It's something gonna happen within the next 2 weeks
because they got enough cap space. Will they bring back? Go ahead, Smith.
No, I was gonna say like I said, the East still open. If we can make a little splash, I think we're gonna be one of the top 2 or 3 teams. Detroit. I don't think that's far off. Because you don't have Indiana no more, really. You don't have Boston no more. I know when they did their little thing on ESPN, they had us at 4, but whatever.
No, actually they had us at like 7 or 8.
And was that overall or for the East?
In the East, I believe in NBA we were like 10 or 11.
Oh yeah, they totally got it wrong.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about Stephen A. did a segment. He had us at like 4.
Oh, okay, that's probably more.
That sounded about right.
That's probably more factual. We're more realistic, but 7 or 8 in the East.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
They still have Milwaukee over us. I'm like, nah, we better than Milwaukee, bro.
Milwaukee with who?
They had Milwaukee ahead of Detroit.
That's what I'm saying. Like
with Giannis unhappy, Dame done.
Yeah.
Who you got?
They relying on Giannis. Like, that's what I was saying. They always go put a superstar over us. Even when the 04 Pistons was as good as they was,
That's true.
we was never on top of anything until we made it.
That's right.
Well,
facts.
Whatever.
Speaking of Giannis, now that we talking about Giannis, the play is, in my mind, what I'm thinking, if they were to go after anybody that's worth it, a big name fish that's still available, it would have to be him, right?
Yeah.
So whether you want to mix and match is let's say it's Tobias, Duran, Holland, Fontecchio, 3 first-round picks.
I'm doing anything.
You're doing it, right?
I'm doing it.
If they say it's Tobias, Ivy, Duran, 3 first-round picks,
I'm doing it.
You doing it.
I'm doing it.
You doing this, Mill?
I do it. I don't want to be one of those teams that get too crazy for one guy.
I'm doing it.
But we're talking about.
But what you just said, I would do that. But
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be one of those people that give away like 5 players, 7 picks, like stuff like that.
Oh, that's too ridiculous.
But you do have to understand when you're talking about getting a guy of Giannis caliber, probably 2 young guys and at least 3 first-round picks have to be involved.
Yeah, I understand it, but we've just seen recent trades like this that they've given away so much and got nothing back. KD twice. Who else we seen they did that for? I mean, it's a couple of guys. I can't think of off the top of my head where you throw the whole kitchen sink at everybody, but you don't win no championship. You don't get far. I mean, the Rockets recovered, but didn't they do that for James Harden?
I'm just looking at it because the scenario in the Eastern Conference is so available with all these injuries, so many unknowns. If you want to take a big swing at something, this could be the time to do it. We haven't won a title in 20 years now, 21 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time, man. So if you want to really show the fan base, show the rest of NBA we not playing, this is the type of move to do. And giving up Tobias Harris, Duran, and Ivy, and some picks to get Giannis with Cade Cunningham.
So where do you draw the line? Is what I'm saying.
I'm not.
Because it has to be a line because I'm gonna tell you why. Hold on, wait. Let me just say this. You know it has to be a line, and I know where you'll draw the line at, because that once they start talking, there's no way they don't bring up Cade.
No,
there's no way they don't bring him up.
The table.
Him and Asar Thompson to me are not available.
Yeah, because
they're not available.
Because the reason why is because why send him over here if you're not gonna pair him with Cade?
You got to pair him with Cade. That's automatic.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta draw the lines somewhere.
That's the line is Cade Cunningham and Asar Thompson.
Asar is not going nowhere.
They're not going nowhere, bro.
Everybody else is up for grabs, but Asar and Cade gotta stay, and we'll figure it out.
And what else did I say? If they can't get him, get Bobby Portis.
Get Bobby Portis. Yep. You said that.
Get Bobby Portis.
Yeah.
You can't
it's
come back.
Something going on. Hold on, Mike. I'm gonna piggyback off what you said, Smitty. It's something going on big that Trajan is not saying nothing. He's a little bit too quiet. And before the quiet, what happens? A storm comes right after that. So he's a little bit too reserved and a little bit too quiet for a reason. And I think he's quiet like that because Giannis' team asked him to don't say a word. Because you got to be able to try to figure this out. If Giannis calls you, you got to figure that out. If Team Giannis calls the Pistons, what do you want?
Yeah, my thing is, I'm with y'all. Okay. Everything but those 2 players y'all said.
Oh, yeah,
but I know how the NBA, how these guys think.
Yeah,
and they going straight for Cade, and I just don't want our GM to be dumb enough to just. But shoot, it's Giannis.
He's not.
It's Giannis. Let's do it.
He's not gonna do that.
If he if he do that, I will go down to LCA.
He will be on some.
He got to see
Nico Harrison trading Luka.
Oh yeah,
he better not do that goofy crap.
Man, you crazy if you do that. You Cade carried us. We ain't getting rid of Cade at all. He's Mr. Untouchable. Period.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I'm saying. Because they with these superstars, man, they're treated like it's a must. If a superstar come to you, it's a must that you give everybody up for that. Like that. That's what some of these guys think.
But don't you think that's a little bit too easy though? Yeah, just give you Cade and that's it. No, we gonna do some work here. All right.
No, they would want Cade and then like 3 other players. I guarantee you they would.
And they ain't getting Cade. They ain't getting Cade. That's what's so you might as well go somewhere else because you ain't getting Cade. You ain't getting Cade.
Well, the good thing is, again, this is all hypothetical. I'm thinking about if I'm the Pistons GM and I want to get in talks with Milwaukee about Giannis Antetokounmpo's availability.
Yes, sir.
What am I willing to give up? Obviously, if you say Cade Cunningham, I'm hanging up.
I'm hanging up the good phone.
There's nothing else to talk about. But if you say, hey, we'll take Duran, I tell you what, give us Duran, we'll take Tobias expiring contract.
Yep.
I'll take Simone, Marcus Sasser, and 3 first-round picks.
Let's go.
You have a deal.
Deal done.
So that's where I'm at. That was the whole point. This is not an exercise about throwing Cade into any discussion because he's off the freaking table.
So think about that. So if we did that, that's a great deal. We still got Cade, we still got Ivy, we still got Asar, and we bring in Giannis mixed in with Stewart, Chaz Lanier, and whoever else they get for free
you're
agency.
Talking that's easily,
and maybe we still possibly can still get Bobby Portis.
Yeah, that's easily that's a top 2-3 seed, easy pickings.
We go to the finals.
That should be a favorite team.
I think that's the number 1 seed right there.
Period.
Straight to the finals.
But I'm this is all hypothetical because I still feel like Trajan wants to slow roll this thing.
He is.
I get it.
I get it too.
He says he wants optionality. I get it. You don't want to be tied down to nobody. I get that. But if you were to take a call or make a call about what you could do to get him,
I'm taking that.
He's only 30.
My thing is like it's not like his old ass KD, LeBron, or somebody like that. Like this is be honest. You pick up the phone and you get that deal done. The best way you can. That's gonna be our future for like the next 5-6 years. You bring him over there.
Easy. Hey, now I'm just being honest. Giannis have a Detroit Pistons uniform. Oh, I'm going to several games. Like you have to at this point. Because that's blockbuster. Like they're gonna be talking about that deal till the next 2 seasons. Seriously.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one of those where it's still probably not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But just I guess I'm thinking in my mind, what team in the Eastern Conference that you think is ready to make the next step that showed you a lot, like going from 14 wins to 44 with just a few small tweaks.
Yeah.
They got a stud in Cade, and I could be the difference maker to get them to the finals and possibly win it.
They look
in the weakened Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
Why would you not want to come to Detroit?
Yeah, they looking at that.
I'm not going to Atlanta. Yeah. I'm not going to Miami.
No, they trash.
Atlanta's about to be. Indiana about to be.
I'm not playing with Kristaps Porzingis. So
I'm not. Why wouldn't you want to come to Detroit?
If you're going to leave, you have to go to somebody who's close to being a contender. I wouldn't go to nobody who's already like number 1 because you can kind of mess up that chemistry. I.e. KD going to the Suns. I don't know how they messed that up. But you could mess that up, and then like people probably won't respect the ring. Like let's say if he went to LA or something like that, then ain't nobody gonna respect that. So I feel like Detroit is probably like a team like Detroit is one of the perfect places for him to go to.
And I think a lot of players is trying not to do it that way. Like go to a already juggernaut built team. Like they want to go to like a small team that was in the playoffs that looks promising, and they can see themselves fitting in there and take them to another level. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like ain't nobody gonna look at Giannis differently if he went to the Pistons. They're gonna say that's a great deal. Like that's phenomenal. Like let's go to the finals now.
It's a small market, even though he already played in one. But my thing
but
is,
the pieces is in place.
It's in place for you. They have a structure. They have a defensive minded head coach. They have a star already that they could be paired with. That's just getting his feet wet. And I don't want to go to the West. I'm not going over there. I'm not going over there with all that going on.
I don't think you want to do that anyway.
So I mean, again, this is just, as Pistons fans, this is something that if you were to go all in, again, this is just somebody I think would really work here. But I think another topic we was going to discuss before we end the show, y'all. All this talk about Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant. Me and Jace, we was just at the shop, man. I mean, and Cassius, I'm getting into it with a young fella, man.
Already,
bro. And I'm trying to talk to this dude like, on some, I'm gonna say my piece, you say yours. He damn near get mad like he want to throw. I got to calm myself down. We got to.
Like, who was he saying better than Kobe?
LeBron. LeBron. But my thing is, it's like I didn't say nothing about this man family, his mama. I ain't call him out his name. But because I have a strong opinion for Kobe Bryant, now he want to swing on me. Now here's the point. The point I'm trying to make is this: Gilbert Arenas, for whatever reason, he's made comments about, oh, I think this is it's funny to him to rile Kobe Bryant fans up and to get them they panties in a bunch. And I'm gonna say something crazy just to see what their reaction. The dude switches up so much. I don't know if he really loves Kobe or not. My point is this, bro. We know the media try to forget about Kobe. They try to wash his career away. They want to put him at the back end of the top 10. We are talking about one of the best perimeter guards you are ever going to see
two-way
that you're ever going to see play the game. This has nothing to do about me hating on LeBron, trying to throw dirt on his career. All I'm saying is this guy was legit. He was like that. And from the last time I can remember, when we were supposed to see these two to match up, Kobe
LeBron didn't make it.
LeBron didn't make it. So it's hard to really say, but I'm not gonna back down. I don't care if you about to smack me or not, bro. I'm not one of them cats that's all LeBron and that's it, and I don't know nothing else. No, I'm not doing it, bro.
Is not better than Bean, man. Let's just say it from that.
And I just said, and I just told dude, I said, bro, I said, player for player, you put them on the screen in front of me. Just they game, line them up. He ain't got nothing on Bean, nothing. I'm not saying LeBron can't hoop. I never said he couldn't hoop, but he ain't better than LeBron. I mean, he ain't better than Kobe Bryant. So people get so bent out of shape or overly sensitive, and I'm like, dude. But this is what Stephen A. said. He said, because I'm calling LeBron number 2, his camp hate me. He hate me. He he want to walk up on me in the middle of a game. This is crazy, bro. I have the right to have my opinion. I didn't say you couldn't play. I never said you weren't one of the greatest we ever saw. You just not the greatest. That's a problem.
And we can go.
So
you know what? Go ahead, Smitty.
It's definitely a narrative that the LeBron James camp is trying to push to make the world. They're trying to feed the media to make the world say that he's the GOAT. And if I don't know if y'all notice what they're trying to do, they have all these little analysts on ESPN, FS1, whatever, who they put Jordan down and all that stuff because everybody go say Jordan the GOAT.
Right.
But now what they try to do is it seems like what they trying to do is the Kobe disrespect. They try and act like things Kobe did, isn't it don't exist.
Right.
They try and act like being the leader or even the second best player, being the A to Shaq's A+ is a bad thing. Like Kobe wasn't averaging 27, 28 a game playing with Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Like they act like winning 5 championships out of going to the finals 7 times is easy. But they want to say going to the finals 10 times and losing 6, you know, that's better. I don't understand stuff like that.
Me neither.
And then you got Tracy McGrady basically saying, hey, if you switch me and Kobe, I could have won those 3 rings with Shaq. I can't definitively say that, Tracy. And Mike, you know, Tracy McGrady is one of my favorite players.
Too, that was his man.
He is one of my. I think Jordan the GOAT, but Kobe Bryant and Tracy McGrady are my 2 favorite players.
Yeah, I
but
agree.
Tracy McGrady, you probably not go see this, but my man, you never made it out the first round until you played with the Spurs and rolled the bench the whole time. You don't have no defensive all team. Kobe has 12.
Oh my God!
Kobe has 12. You have 0, man. And he made it on that team every year. He won a championship ring with Shaq.
That's crazy.
You played with Yao Ming, Ron Artest. Who else he have on that team? Shane Battier. Couldn't get out the first round. So how can you say you switch yourself with Kobe and put yourself on a team with Shaq? You all of a sudden go do the same thing as Kobe. Are you gonna play Kobe's defense? Are you gonna hit those last second shots? T-Mac don't hit last second shots like Kobe. I've seen Kobe do some incredible stuff. I seen Kobe hit like 5 or 6 shots in a row on Toronto. Somebody in his face, not giving him no space at a time. Has T-Mac ever scored 81 points in a game? LeBron never done that. Have they ever went on a bench scoring like 45 points 8 straight games? Have they outscored a team? Have they ever outscored a team?
No.
In 3 quarters. So, an entire team in 3 quarters.
No. So I'm gonna say this. They saying the Orlando Magic T-Mac, right? That T-Mac will be on that Laker team that year with Shaq. That T-Mac, which is crazy because it's several different layers of T-Mac, which it shouldn't be, right? But I digress, right? So that's what they're saying. That Orlando Magic T-Mac will be on that Lakers team with Shaq. And he's saying that Orlando Magic's T-Mac would have did the same thing because that year, that small year, or them small years, they were comparing T-Mac to Kobe. Like those are the best shooting guards in the league. They was like neck and neck. But until Kobe stepped it up a notch and he went over him, right? Because he got better. Because that's what you do when you beam, you keep elevating your game. Tracy didn't. Tracy started doing this. Injuries derailed him, and he started doing this. I'm gonna disagree with T-Mac. I don't believe he'll be able to do that, and I'm gonna stand strong on that because you got to be a different type of cat in order to play with Shaq. To play with all them other people that they playing with. And still win 3 in a row. And Kobe was different,
but man. You have to look at the overall totality of the conversation that we were listening to on Gilbert Arenas' podcast. That's why I brought this up. He goes from saying he's a Kobe fan, but he's a LeBron fan. So he's going to, LeBron brought this whole ring culture thing up. He's trying to make a narrative to say, do rings really matter? Are they that important? And it's because you have not surpassed Michael or Kobe. So you're going to downplay the whole rings of it. You want to act like that. Whatever. My whole thing is this, man. LeBron James is a very, very, very good player. Very talented player. It's nothing wrong with people, the whole world not thinking you're the GOAT. Your camp, they're so big. Everybody that is on the Clutch Sports, if you know, it's on the media, same people. They gonna try to. It's constant like LeBron is Michael LeBron. No, it's Mike and Kobe. It's really Mike and Kobe. Those are the 2 greatest perimeter players
ever
I've ever seen, dude. I've ever seen.
And
it's not a knock on whoever 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But those are the two greatest perimeter scoring and defending players I've ever seen to play on the perimeter. So I just get I guess my thing is I just get tired of people trying to gloss over Kobe Bryant as if he's just like you have to forget about him. How do you forget about him? Didn't he come to the league before LeBron James?
Yeah.
Did he not? Did he not?
In 96.
So how's
he had 3 championships before he got to
before LeBron he was drafted. So what is this thing when this man calls himself the chosen one and the king and you wearing Michael Jordan's number? Dude, you got to show up. And in 23 seasons of basketball, you will one hit every 5-10 year average. That's on some Nas stuff. Now I didn't seen Kobe 3-peat and 2-peat. Mike 3-peat twice. You two, okay, you won back-to-back. Okay. But other than that, look at your resume as a Laker. It's a joke. You've been there 7 years, dude. 1 chip in the bubble. You didn't even make the playoffs twice.
Got swept.
Like, at some point, it's like, bro, like,
can't beat Denver.
You notoriously have to hop around or I need this guy, I need that guy. We don't have enough. At some point, man, it's like, man, you're very talented. There's no way I can call you to go. It's just no way. It's just no way.
I don't know how you could be somebody that watched Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan play. Like actually watch them. I ain't talking about no numbers and say that LeBron James is better than them. Like your eyes don't lie to you.
Man.
Like I feel like
they real, Smitty. That's real.
Like they don't like because when you arguing with these people, like I guarantee that kid probably said something about LeBron. He got the most points in the NBA. Yeah. He got all those longevity stats that don't matter, but he got the most points in the NBA. But who averaged the most?
I heard this. Somebody said this and made a comparison like this. LeBron's better than Kobe because LeBron got more money.
Me and Jason, bro.
That's crazy to me.
What they got to do anything?
That's crazy to me. I heard this.
I try to keep it strictly on the court, but it keeps going like you have to draw other stuff in. I'm like, what are we doing?
That's crazy.
Oh, because he got more. What? He's a better family man. He does more for that. No, I'm talking about
court
on the basketball
in between
court.
The lines, bro.
Who's better? He can't shine Mike's shoes or Kobe. He can't.
He can't.
I don't care what else he does. I'm talking about his career.
That's it.
His basketball. That's like somebody saying, "Oh well, you only worked there for 4 years, but dude, look, man, what did you do in that time frame? Was you late every day?
Help.
I mean, when you got there, did people not like did they not want to come to work because of you? Was you an irritant? No, I'm just talking about when you showed up to work, were you on time? Did you punch in and punch out for break? Did you cheat the time clock? What? I don't want to talk about nothing else. I understand he looks, and I don't know him like that. We don't. Do we really know? Is he really a good family man? I don't know. I don't know.
We can't say that.
I don't have no idea. But what from the outside looking in, it looks like he does a lot of stuff. He made the Lakers draft his son.
Dude, wait.
I don't know. I'm just in my mind. I'm just saying to myself, like,
hey, Mike,
this guy.
Wait, time out.
Why do I have to say so many other things about him, including his basketball game or his journey? I just want to talk about what he done on the court.
That's it.
I saw JJ Barea guard you one-on-one, and you couldn't do nothing with him.
Nothing.
In 2011, games 4, 5, and 6, I couldn't find you, bro.
What did my man do to him? What's his name? That played with him. That played recently. Just played with him. He be on Gil's Arena sometime. The guard, Pat Bev. Remember what Pat Bev did to him?
To LeBron.
To LeBron. Remember that? in the corner when he tried to shoot the shit.
Oh yeah. He blocked him. Yeah, LeBron get blocked by midgets. Yeah.
Look, man, this is we can go.
Even D Wade jumped on the hype train. Y'all hear what he said?
No, what did he say?
He said that he thought Paul Gasol was gonna win Finals MVP in 2010
over Kobe.
Yes.
What?
Yep.
I mean, we can sit up here and talk about how the heck did Steve Nash win too when Kobe and Shaq was playing at that time. Dirk.
Well, we already know that was
that's where the league comes in and can muddy stuff up.
Yeah,
you just want to hone in on this one person. Yeah. Steve Nash was very good at that point. He was, but to get it twice when Shaq was still at his apex,
and Kobe was balling.
Yeah, that's a stretch, bro. But these conversations go on and on. It's
we're not gonna let them change our mindset or the narrative because LeBron about to get ready and retire, right? We're not gonna let them do that. We're gonna call it how we see it and how we've been seeing it. We had a front row seat to his whole career, so we seen his whole career, right? Mm-hmm. We was in high school when this man was hooping.
No, man, it seemed so long ago.
You know what I mean? So we already know.
That's the whole point I was trying to make to this young man earlier at the shop. I said, listen to this. I'm not, and it's like almost when you start trying to talk to them, even in a calm voice, they still get offended.
Yeah,
like are you trying to sun me? No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to help you.
Baby, I'm 40. You 31. Shut up for a minute. Yeah. Shut up. I don't even think you got kids. Hold on, bro. I'm trying to tell you this. If I break it down to you like this, I say this man won 6 championships, 2 3-peats in 13 seasons, but your boy got 4 in 23 seasons, and you want to argue with me? What the heck are you talking about?
They don't know.
What the heck are you talking about?
Pro babies.
Catch up, bro. Catch up with me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Jordan coming back next season on NBA on NBC to remind you fools, you young bucks, you buckaroos. I've been doing this. I'm like that. But if you forgot, come on. I'm here. Mm-hmm. I'm here now. So it's
and Jordan gonna talk heavy on there. He gonna talk heavy.
Listen, bro. That's why he's what they call him a guest corresponding
correspondence,
a special whatever. He's not gonna be there every week.
No,
he's so nice. I can jump on this game, jump on this,
whenever
jump
you
back,
want to,
whenever you want, and the ratings gonna shoot through the freaking roof
every time he on there.
Man,
that's Mike.
At this point, man, these people understand something, man. This is not about disrespect or hate on nobody.
Absolutely not. We don't do that.
But when you're great and when you're very good and you're talented, you will be compared to other people before you.
And and
you should cherish that because they built the foundation for you to get your money, what you got. And rings do matter.
And we're not disrespecting Brian.
We're not at all.
We just speaking facts.
LeBron James is the greatest small forward to ever play the game of basketball.
Period.
Put it like that.
Period.
He's the greatest small forward to ever dribble. How about that? And that's
I don't know. It's a guy named Larry Bird out there that might argue with you.
Yeah, Larry Bird came.
Sorry, bro.
Sorry.
LeBron James is better than Larry Bird.
That's facts.
He's better than Larry Bird.
I don't know. We can argue about that later. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
That was maybe.
I don't know. LeBron can't really shoot from the outside. If he was in the freight train, I don't know.
But Larry Bird is not that athletic as that man either.
Yeah, he ain't. But he ain't. But like I said, we can argue about that later. I don't think LeBron better than I don't think LeBron better than Larry. But that's just me.
Well, now that's a good discussion, man. We got free agency negotiating can start Monday.
Yeah.
Next week, July 6th, they can be signed.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm about to ask.
So we going to have more to talk about here next week. Smitty, if you can hop on, cool. We should have a Deacon back in the building.
Oh, yeah.
I might have my boy, my seed, Jason, this boy next week to see if, how he like it. But another great show, everybody.
Yep,
anybody that tuned in, thank you for your support. And we see y'all next week. We got next.
We got next, baby.
Yep, we got next.
Another good one, bro.